Hello Aries, welcome back. Thank you for coming to join me again. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming. If you are new to the channel, then welcome and hope you enjoy the reading. Please don't forget to like and share or like and subscribe. So I've already shuffled and laid out the cards and yeah, let's begin. All right, so in the first house we have Grand Cross Provoker. This card is coming in on your first house, which is your house of self. Everything to do with yourself. Your self is everything to do with your actual appearance, your self-oriented interests, your physical body. It's also your personal independence, how you are making your way in the world, your daily sort of outlook. It's also how you come across to others, so your characteristics and your personality, and what you project outwards to them as well. So now with this card coming in, you're facing some challenges at this time. This is going to apply, as I said, to yourself, everything to do with yourself. So there's going to be some sort of test of endurance going on, and there will be inner stress over this. It could just be circumstances, many circumstances going on in your life, many things happening. But it's basically bringing about growth through consolidation, timing, and discipline is required, in response to limitations of all kinds. So this is about building your inner strength, using your talents and skills, and in order to do that, you need to prioritize and focus. But you need to use your energy wisely at this time. Get organized, but there is great potential for renewal and success. But it's going to take real effort from you. And it's also about overcoming certain things, whatever you're setting for yourself, on a daily basis. This is connected also to the 12th house. And the 12th house we will get to later, but that's everything to do with the unconscious self. So yeah, some challenges there, but if you apply the basic skills and prioritize and actually really put your shoulder to the wheel and build up your inner strength, you have really good potential of renewal and success here. In the second house, we have Jupiter Abundance, lovely card coming in on your second house, which is your house of income. So money coming in possibly, or abundance in all its forms. Second house is everything to do with your income. It's also to do with your self-worth, and also your value systems, whatever those may be. And it's everything to do with your possessions, what you own, how what you value in yourself, what you value in others. And all of these things can be connected to money and income and what you're gaining as well from your resources. So with Jupiter Abundance coming in, it is bringing in a windfall or some sort of increase in your circumstances, success, abundance, which can be coming in a variety of forms. This can be ideas, money, resources, even people. But it's bringing an opportunity for you, a breakthrough of some kind. Also a change of luck, but it could also be strength and faith coming in for you, sort of a bolstering of that, or relief or rescue, or even some kind of divine assistance coming in. But whatever occurs, blocks are being removed and doors are starting to open. You may receive a gift even. But what you will have to do is you've got to have to work at it as well in order to harness those that abundance coming in. Yes, it is coming in, but you still have to actually work at it. And this is, I feel, what your first house is all about. It's about harnessing these opportunities and really applying yourself in every way that you can to bring it home, to actually anchor it down for yourself. With Jupiter coming in, the downside would only be to avoid complacency. So you've got to take action and sort things out and actually work at these opportunities, and also overspending, since this is one of your money houses. So this could be something to do with overspending as well. Then in the third house, we have Saturn return age. Your third house is your house of communication. It's also the house of documents and contracts, and it's the house of short trips as well. And specific communications for people around you could be in your position where you are, where you work, or to the public in general, but it can also be to specific people in your environment, which could be neighbors, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, and relatives. So anybody like that. Any form of communication. This can be verbal, written, and also body language even. So now with this card coming in, Saturn return age, Saturn does return in most people's lives, usually twice. And sometimes if you live a really long life, then it can come back again. But usually the first time it comes around, just taking responsibility for your dreams, and you actually get to understand what it is you're supposed to do with your life. The second time it comes around is much later, when you're 60, more or less, and there you see the result of what you chose when it came around the first time at the age of about 29. So depending on where you are, the Saturn return is everything to do with age. This is really wisdom and understanding. So this is kind of looking at what has transpired in the past for you, and taking the nuggets of wisdom from that and applying it now to your current situation. But it can also be about leaving the past behind, however you view it, good or bad. It's a kind of a release and a redirect or a correction of some kind. It's also about figuring out what needs to be done. So, this can actually bring you a great deal of liberation in some way, because it actually does assist you to find out what needs to be done, what you're supposed to be doing actually in your life at this time. So whether that you're a younger age or an older age, it's what really needs to be done. So it's peeling back all the illusions and having a really realistic look at everything, and finding what works for you and how to move forward. So what you're supposed to do, it's mastering your goals and being authentic. And there could be, because of the Saturn does sometimes represent older people or authority figures, it could be an older person in your life that is assisting with you with this at this time. And they're possibly going to bring structure in for you, or they're going to assist you and bring some sort of solidification or some kind of just structure and some kind of foundation, or they could even be a taskmaster of some kind, but it's going to assist you in some way in this third house. And it's also about being diligent and consistent with all that you do. So this is about discipline as well. And you're going to need all of these skills to harness all these energies coming in at this time. But leave the past behind. Use your wisdom and understanding when it comes to all your communications. Release what's not serving you and redirect your energies now. Then in the fourth house, we have Pisces, I believe. Fourth house is your house of home, your physical home. It's also the atmosphere in the home and the people in your home. And it's also your family, your ancestral roots, your foundation, where you've come from, your ethnic identity. It's your relationship with all of that. So now with Pisces, I believe, coming in, I feel that this is going to be bringing in, what you need to do is just have some faith and trust that things are going to come right in this house. You could be going through a few changes. There could be some things going on, or you just need to hang on at this time. And faith and trust does come through on this card. You may just need to surrender to what is unfolding at the moment. So just be easygoing, surrender, go with the flow. But at the same time, you will need to maintain your boundaries. You don't want to be taken advantage of or to be seen as, sort of a bit of a doormat. You need to still maintain your boundaries, but be easygoing at this time. There may be no clear path right now, or you may be facing a few confusing circumstances, or things just seem uncertain at this time, or what course of action needs to be taken. So just be careful also with toxins or allergens in the home. Clear out heavy chemicals and things like that which are lurking in your cupboards, your cleaning cupboards and so on. Get rid of those, go natural, do whatever it is you need to do to clean and make your home toxin and allergen free. You may be facing water issues at this time in your home as well. Perhaps you're doing something in your house and water issues are coming up, whether it's flooding or just geyser issues or something to do with water issues, or you could be just living next to the water at this time. This card is also about following your dreams as well, because it's ruled by Neptune, so that is very much a dream card. So there could be something about that, or you're just dreaming at this time about what can be. This card is also somehow connected to the 10th house, which is also water and sensing. So, you know, your foundation does assist you somehow with your 10th house. So it could be also family foundations which are giving you, you know, something to do with, you know, what you're aiming for in your life. Your foundations and your roots and your family group that you've come from may be assisting you in this time. But whatever it is, it's requiring you to just have some faith and trust that things are going to unfold as they should at this time. Then in the 5th house, we have Aries I Am. So the 5th house is your house of creativity, your creative endeavors and how you use your creativity at all times. It could even just be creative projects you're involved in. This is a house, is also the house of children, so whether they're your children or other people's children that you're involved with at this time. It's also the house of love affairs, and it's the house of all fun and outgoing, pleasurable, recreational activities, all pleasurable activities. So with Aries I Am coming in, this is, you could be needing to take the lead in some way. You're going to be getting started, but it's a fiery start. So you're cleansing first. You're actually clearing the decks, and then you're starting something new or getting started on something. You move ahead with something. You're getting the urge to move ahead with something. But it's the best way to harness the Aries energy is to go about it in a very measured and with measured action, considerate action, because there may be other people involved and their opinions and their needs may also be needing to be taken into account. So it's almost like a team endeavor. If you're in a sort of an activity which is sports related, this could come in for you, where you need to take your other people's concerns into consideration. But it's measured action, disciplined action. So you could be involved in team sports, or you could be facing a challenge of some kind in this house. You may need to be in sort of defense mode or warrior energy coming in for you at this time. But it's a test of will as well. So this is some kind of action which you're involved in. It could be that you're seeing this in your children. Perhaps they are facing challenges or undergoing sports, trials and so on, and you need to assist them through that period. So you could be just needing to lead a little bit at this time and kind of pave the way for measured action, disciplined action, but make no mistake, it will be no nonsense, no game playing action that needs to be taken. It's quick action as well. So avoid rash and foolish behavior in this house, and also finish what you start. Very, very important with this card. So however it comes out for you in the 5th house, finish whatever you start and encourage your children to do that. It could be a love affair you're involved in, or some creative project, or just an activity. But this is all coming in for you in your 5th house. It's a fiery go get 'em card. Then in the 6th house, we have Gemini, I think. 6th house is your house of work colleagues, workplace, and also your mastery of your craft, whatever work projects you're involved in. It's also the house of your lifestyle, health, and diet, and it's the house of your pets. So now with Gemini, I think coming in this house, communication is very, very important for you. So use your words wisely in whatever way is going to be important for you. You need to be quick and you need to be versatile in this house at this time. Also pay attention to what is going on with your work, what you're doing, and keep your focus on that, because with Gemini, sometimes it can be very distracting energy. You get restless and distracted easily. So pay attention to what needs to be done and what needs to be said. Okay, be mindful. You could be required to be multitasking at this time as well. There could be a lot going on, and that could, sort of comes in with your 1st house card as well. Lots going on, lots of juggling. It's also it could also be that there's gossip going on in this house. You could be hearing gossip, or you could be being talked about. Other people are talking about you at this time. You could also be in two minds about course of action in this house. Perhaps you've got more than one offer or more than one project going on and you're just quite not sure how to proceed, or you need to make a decision, or you're just weighing things up, summing things up at this time, but you could be in two minds about it and feeling a little bit restless about it as well. This card can also bring in technological upgrades. So this can be cell phone, laptop, camera, whatever technology that you use, or electronics even. You could be having an upgrade of some kind there. It could be technology to do with your work, whatever you're doing. Some sort of change is going on. And you need to be flexible and adaptable at this time as well. You could also be involved in writing and publishing of some kind that could come in for you, or learning new things. All of these aspects are indicated. When it comes to health and diet, you could be with all the multitasking and energy that's required for your first house, you could be facing a few nervous conditions, or suffering from nerves, or burning the candle at both ends, just not resting enough. So just be aware of that. You could be feeling a bit high-strung with whatever's going on. So just, keep your health in check and try to ground yourself as much as possible. Okay, Aries, hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, as this is circulated to other people who may need to see this at this time. Have a wonderful month. Take care, and I will see you next time.